welcome back to Triple Scoop. I'm Nolan. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Samantha Rando.
I'm Isabella Cangelosi.
I'm Ava McGinty.
And we will be talking about Friends today, even though we did have an unfortunate passing of Matthew Perry.
Very tragic.
Very
Yeah.
tragic.
Feel bad for that guy. He was a great actor.
He was.
Honestly, like one of the main reasons why I kept watching the show. He's so funny, and you could just tell that sometimes like they would improv, and you could just tell that that's like such a great actor when you're able to improv like right on the spot, and like nobody can really notice.
I saw a thing on TikTok, and it was saying that they need to do just a new season of just like mess ups.
I agree.
Oh,
my
yeah, like all like the
gosh.
blooper clips.
Yeah.
Because you see Matthew Perry, like he always
Yeah.
he like makes fun of them.
Yeah,
I I remember watching the Friends reunion special, and I think in there they mention how there's this one like improv moment where Matthew Perry forgot a line or like messed up a line, and the rest of the cast just played off it.
Oh,
They're
I
like,
think it was
The
like
blue-
Donald
the
Trump
blue
wants his
blazer
blue
black.
blazer black.
yes,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
There are so many great scenes. One of my favorites is when they were like carrying the couch up the stairs and like.
I love that
That
one.
was
My
so
dad
funny.
references that all the time.
It's so funny. Like I saw a TikTok of the blooper the other day actually, and it was just like Ross and like Chandler, like the characters, and they were just like cracking up. It was so funny. Like, and
Yes.
Jennifer Aniston like couldn't hold her. She had to walk away.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
so funny.
I feel like the cast just had like such good chemistry. Like you could just tell like it just worked so well.
Yeah.
I actually
agree.
want to mention last year for spring break, my parents actually took me to the Friends Experience in New York,
cool.
and they had these like photo opportunities, and one of them was the pivot scene.
Oh,
So me, my mom, and my dad, we all got up there and we just like did the pivot thing. It was so fun. I also
I wanna
got
go
to
there.
I got to sit in the iconic couch
Oh,
next to
yeah.
the fountain. It was great.
I want to go there so bad.
It's so fun.
My mom's like obsessed with Friends. She has like puzzles. She has like a Lego. We got
Oh
her
my
for
God, I
Christmas.
do too.
Like she's obsessed with Friends.
I have like on like the end of my charger, I have like a thing for like each character that like if I
Really?
wanted.
That's so cute.
Yeah,
I-
still haven't used it.
I have this like door frame accessory, like the yellow frame
I-
on the door. Originally, I was going to use it for my freshman dorm, but because it was kind of a fire hazard, I wasn't able to use it. So I just like left it on the desk of my dorm for like 2-3 years. I took it with me sophomore and junior year, thinking I would use it, but no.
What do you guys like think of like? Obviously, his death was very tragic, but I feel like there's something else going on instead of him drowning.
I believed that at first. At first, I was like, you know what, he 100% like. I don't know if that's PG, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. But then,
He's
I
had
saw
a
that
history.
it was cardiac. He had cardiac arrest though.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh okay, so he didn't.
Yeah, he was playing
Yeah.
pickleball that morning. He usually, but like I heard he does it for like 2 hours, like every day on the weekends. I think like Saturdays with his friends, and he only did 1 hour because he was feeling so fatigued that he was like, I just can't do it anymore.
Did you see the thing? It was like one of the scenes, and it was like Chandler saying like, it was the scene where he
with
couldn't smile.
Yes, and then she was like, "Oh, it's like you look like I'm
Wha-
just like saving you
yeah.
from drowning or
Yeah, it's
something."
like it looks like you're drowning right
yeah,
now.
Really?
that was
Yeah.
crazy.
And his
That's-
Instagram picture from a week ago was him like in the hot tub.
Yeah.
And then there's another scene, of, like I forget what happened, and then he just went, "Oh, it's okay. I guess I'll just die first."
Yes, it was like about
Like,
yeah.
it's just all adding up.
He was talking about, I read that he was talking about like his books and like all the memoirs for like each character, and he was explaining how he had a crush on like Jennifer Aniston like his entire life, like,
Aw.
and I guess like he mentioned he was like every time I would talk to her I was just like, thank you for letting me look at you for 2 minutes longer than any other man will ever look at you, like, and he had to like stop having the crush on her because it was like ruining the vibe of like the show. So he kind of just like put it aside, but he was like in love with her. So sad.
That is
Great show though. Like honestly,
It really is.
It's easily my favorite show. Every time I'm home, during the day it's on one channel, and then
Yeah.
at night it's on Nickelodeon for whatever reason.
Nick
at
at
Night.
Night.
Yeah, Nick and
And my mom like gets mad at me because every time I go home on the weekends, I'm watching Friends.
Honestly, my mom watches Friends on Nick at Night when she's going to bed. It's actually one of the reasons why we got HBO Max, or like Max now, because it was getting taken off of Netflix, and we have this like tradition where anytime we're like at the dinner table, we just put on Friends.
Yeah.
It's a comfort show.
It
I
It
feel,
really
is.
for like everyone.
Yeah.
We've pretty much watched all the seasons.
Like when I was younger, like if I was ever scared at nighttime, like if
Oh,
I would hear like a noise,
Yeah.
I would just turn the TV on and like Friends would play, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, it was
That
great.
seems better. Yeah.
It was really great.
Every
but-
every time like my friend snaps me at night, I'll be like, "You're watching Friends right now, aren't you?" Because half the time, like in the back is Friends. So like I know it's his favorite show.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "You're definitely watching Friends right now, aren't you?" And he's like, "Yeah."
It's like such a good show to have like on in the background, and like I
Mhm.
love all of like the Thanksgiving episodes, like the one where like they're
Yes.
playing football and stuff. Like that might be one of my favorite episodes. of all time.
Yes. My favorite one is when Rachel is making the trifle. So she's
my
like,
gosh.
lady fingers, jam,
Yeah.
then beef sauteed with peas and onions. I have the whole line memorized.
I like the one where Chandler was trying to clean the house for Monica and
yeah.
accidentally like moved everything around, and like Joey
Oh.
walks in, he's like, "Did you ask like permission?" And he's like, "No," and he's like, "Well, that pumpkin doesn't go there. That
Yeah.
book doesn't go there." And he was like so nervous. She was at work, and like he thought there was something wrong. He rearranged
Oh
the
my God,
entire
yeah.
apartment.
I can't think of like what my favorite episode was. Like all I know is that like once Chandler and Monica got together, that's when I was like, this is the best part of the show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's definitely my favorite couple.
I
Like,
agree.
I don't like Ross and Rachel together.
Me
I don't like
because
Ross's
they're always
character.
so
They're
on
toxic.
and off.
Yeah, I know. I
He
hate
really
Ross's character. I
is.
can't stand him.
It's just like
I can't.
I hope in the future, my future boyfriend and I hope our relationship is like Chandler and Monica's, because like they're probably like one of the healthiest like couples in modern TV history.
And
I
they
agree.
take
At least
bubble
in my
baths
opinion.
together.
Yeah, I was so taken off guard when I was watching the show and like they started dating. I was like, what? Like you just never saw it like coming.
Well, I mean, it starts off with quite the bang.
That is true. They like, I remember they recreated that scene. It was so funny. Like when they did the reunion, they all were reading their lines and talking about the scene where they found out about like Monica and Chandler. And it was so
Yeah.
funny.
All right, guys, that'll do it now. Come back for another segment of Triple Scoop.
Welcome back to the music section of Triple Scoop. Today we are talking about my favorite artist, Taylor Swift, and her. I didn't even get to say what we were talking about. And her newly released album, 1989 Taylor's Version, as shown on my sweatshirt here. This was unplanned, so. I'm Gabby. I'm joined with.
Benicio.
Dean.
And I'm Nolan.
And we're talking about. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the album?
I thought she already released an album called 1989. Why release another one?
Benicio, it's a fantastic question. She lost the rights to her music because her master records were sold up until like 2017.
Idiot.
So,
That doesn't sound like a savvy business move to me.
We're sorry, Taylor.
she didn't do it on purpose. Her manager did. Scooter Braun bought
Yo,
them.
That's why you don't
Travis
hire a
Kelce's on his way
manager.
to Monmouth right now.
So she had to re-record and get her songwriting and her master credits back so she can have her songs. So now they're called Taylor's Versions. Yes.
So I was on my phone and I saw that there's Taylor's version and Taylor's version deluxe. My
Deluxe
question
has
is the
one more
difference.
song.
Is it like another like re-released or is it like a new song?
It is so on the Taylor's version, she has new songs that were going. So on 1989, it has, I want to say it's like 16 total songs, but with Taylor's version, she released 5 new songs that hadn't been heard before that were supposed to be on the original album, but she scrapped them, so she released them. And then 1989 Deluxe has Bad Blood featuring Kendrick Lamar, which is a re-record.
Do you know why it's called 1989? Because
That's
like,
the year she was born.
oh, okay. That makes
Idiot.
sense. Well, I don't take that very kindly. Gosh. Wait, so that was the one extra song you said, the one with Kendrick Lamar. That was in the deluxe.
That makes it deluxe, but there's
Okay.
also her vinyl records that she's selling. The Target one has an exclusive song on it called "Sweeter Than Fiction."
Honestly, I'm sorry to interrupt, but
No,
I
please do.
appreciate that you bring up Kendrick Lamar, an absolute legend in the music industry.
Yes, and
I think featuring Kendrick Lamar might be why Taylor Swift is so famous. I don't know if she's as
No, that's
popular as
Kanye.
she is today.
Kanye's the reason.
Both of those guys.
Okay, I will say, I'm not getting into the Kanye thing, but the Kendrick Taylor collab, very good song. They were both in the 2015 Grammys, 1989 and To Pimp a Butterfly were both nominated for Album of the Year, and 1989 won. But I will say, as a huge Taylor Swift fan, that To Pimp a Butterfly should have won.
So kind of unrelated. I actually have a question about Taylor Swift. So I'm not very much not a Swiftie. I don't really listen to much Taylor Swift. Not that I have anything against Taylor Swift, but why? I feel like there was a point where she just kind of like faded off a little bit. Why all of a sudden now? Like, what made her want to do like the whole tour thing all over again? Because like now I know like everyone's like the whole Swiftie buzz is back.
She's
Aside from
queen-
like
queen
money, of course, but
capitalism.
like you know.
Well, when she faded off in like 2017 was the whole Kim, Kanye, Taylor thing. She came back, released an album, and then did all the re-records. And she's supposed to tour in 2020 for her album Lover that came out in 2019. But because of the pandemic and everything, she couldn't. And in between that time and when she announced her tour, she had released, besides the one Lover album that she didn't get to tour, she had 3 more albums released. So instead of just doing 3
Well, I have a question. Why are her concerts so damn overpriced?
She's Taylor goddamn Swift.
I mean,
Exactly.
that's fair. So another
That's
question.
scamming.
Am I
A
missing
scam
something?
artist. She's a scam artist. There's no other way to put it.
And respectfully, we are sitting in a Monmouth University building, and she's not.
Yeah, very much fair. So another thing about Taylor Swift, right? So I like I said, I'm not like the biggest Taylor Swift fan, but I'm pretty adamant about this fact, and I actually brought this up to you guys before. I'm an adamant believer that peak 90s Britney Spears is significantly better than like peak Taylor Swift. I want to throw that out.
What would you
to
consider
guys.
peak Taylor Swift?
I would say like 2010, like early 2010s Taylor Swift.
Because that was at the very start of her career.
I feel like that's when she like
Love Story
yes,
era.
like that whole
Okay.
type of thing. Like that's like when I know like what really put her on the map. Kind of like I was kind of comparing.
Well, I
that
don't like
to,
that you're speaking about my friend like that.
What
do you mean?
friend?
Taylor Swift.
So
No,
you're-
wouldn't you agree that's what put her on the map though?
Yeah, Britney?
No.
Love
no.
Story.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. So I was saying that I believe like Britney in the 90s. I feel like her peak
She's
like
better?
later in the night. Yeah, I personally prefer.
I think it's
90s
two
Britney.
different genres of music. She's more pop, while Taylor Swift in that time was still more country. Not saying she's
What?
a country artist, but she's still
I
Since
don't know,
when
but
was
like
Taylor
to be fair, I
country?
think Britney did have some like
country
a
songs.
lot of country like elements to it. Like she
Maybe.
like started her entire. She also started her like entire career basically with like country music.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She did. They actually made a really cool, totally off topic, but they made like a pretty cool documentary about Britney Spears with like the whole thing with her like
Oh,
legal thing,
Yeah.
and they talked about like her upbringing and everything like that. How she was like.
They made one on Taylor Swift too, on her whole legal case.
How was that? Because I actually heard that they made the whole Taylor
one on
Swift.
Netflix?
Yes, that's exactly what I was referring
It's
to.
really good.
Is it really?
I mean, call me biased, but I
Yeah.
think it's really good. Genuinely talks about things from her perspective.
Like what in her perspective? Like just her
Why,
songs?
like, when everything happened with Kim and Kanye, she like disappeared, didn't go in the public eye, and it also came out right before like the actual phone call came out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all that stuff, and
I have a quick question for you, because I've been seeing on social media that there's been a lot of question about the new style. I get like the song style.
yes.
Do you hear a difference? Because like I hear the difference, but like I don't.
Yeah, it's just because the production's like a tad different, so the guitar isn't as like in there. But I think it's fine. After I listened to it for a few times, I didn't really care. Sounds the same nonetheless. What about you, Benicio? What do you think?
I think it sucks. I had to hear that song every time on the radio in 2016, and I got tired of it. It was like the most annoying song of my lifetime, and I just don't want to ever hear it again. Like, what's the point? Who cares about style?
I think it's because you got that James Dean smile.
James
great.
Dean Daydream.
I'm going to be honest, like, no one cares about James Dean anymore.
Who do
We
you
only care about- who do you
Benicio?
care about?
is James
Yeah.
Dean?
He's got that daydream look in his eye, I can tell you that.
No, but like that's like a serious question. Who is James Dean?
He was an actor.
He's an actor.
I think.
From what movies?
I cannot.
Like
I
in the
mean, I've
50s?
Yeah. like 50s, 60s.
Oh, so it's someone who didn't. I thought it was like someone who like dated Taylor Swift.
No,
the song
no,
is about
no,
Harry Styles,
Very long
though.
time ago.
Styles.
Oh, he I don't know who's worse, Harry Styles or Taylor Swift.
Harry Styles.
So what do you guys think about my take? I kind of put it out there. No one really said anything.
I think it
Brittany?
sucks.
I think they both suck.
Did you see that? That was impressive. I just wanted to say. All right. So, Nolan, what do you think about my?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never really listened to Britney Spears.
Really?
Yeah. Like
That's
she
a
has some
shame.
good songs. I
Toxic, like great song right
Oh,
there.
thank you.
Well, we're talking about Taylor Swift. New song Style, 1989, Taylor's version. Listen to it. She never goes out of style, and we never go out of style. Stay tuned for more Triple Scoop.
Love it. History. History is a great way where we can learn about our past and our mistakes. A great history epic coming in about, I would say, 21 days, 3 weeks, is Ridley Scott's Napoleon, which I'm very excited for. Now, I know you guys know Ridley Scott made another movie, another epic, Gladiator, which is by far one of my favorite Ridley Scott movies. But we're gonna do something a little different here today. This isn't a movie segment, this is a history segment. So I don't know if you guys know anything about Napoleon or the time period. I want you guys' thoughts. What do you guys know?
Yeah, so I've been trying to learn about it in preparation for the movie. I know that, what was it? I know that he crowned himself emperor, and that was like a big deal back in the time because all the other countries were like, "Yo, no, you can't do that."
I remember learning about Napoleon back in high school. Things haven't really changed after learning about it. We just went from like one period to the next. Like, so for example, like from 1803 to the Civil War, then the 1900s, and then so on and so forth.
The only thing I know about Napoleon is a little bit from history and the movie Bill and Ted's Most Excellent Adventure. You've
Amazing.
seen that? Yep.
Amazing.
What's that about?
Well,
He
so
doesn't know. He
I
doesn't
don't know. I'm
He doesn't
clueless.
know.
it's from the 80s. It has Keanu Reeves in it, actually. So it's like these two guys who go back in time for their history project, and they pick up Napoleon, Socrates,
Oh, okay.
Socrates.
Socrates?
Yes.
Sorry for that. I just
Um,
wanted to know.
And yeah, that's basically, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, now here's a question I'm very interested in having you guys answer. Out of all of history, out of all of human history, what time period is your favorite?
Well, it wasn't the greatest time. I'd say my favorite time period to learn about is definitely World War II.
I could agree with that. Yeah, yeah.
Mine was the Civil War back in middle school. I had so much fun learning about that. I remember we were assigned this project to create a big diorama about one of the battles, and it was so easy. Like so what I got, I had like 2 shoe boxes, a bunch of minifigures, hot glue, then I drew all around inside the diorama just to like match the scenery. It's one of my favorite projects from middle school.
What was the question?
What's your favorite period of time?
Oh yeah,
Period
World
of
War
time.
II. World War II.
World War II?
Yep. Yes.
All right, we
yeah.
got 3 World War II and we got 1 Civil War, which is very interesting.
I'm the odd one out.
No, that's okay, man. The
Right
Civil
on.
War is
It was fun learning about it though.
It is fun learning about. It's also interesting to learn about like history in general, how certain events have produced certain outcomes.
100%.
When you take, I don't know if you guys took A-Push in high school or AP World History, you kind of delve deeper into like the documentation of historic events. But one question I definitely want to ask you guys, which is now going to involve the movie, do you think it's going to be accurate? Do you think the dramatization of the film is going to ruin certain historical facts about Napoleon himself?
My best guess is it probably will be accurate because I remember back in middle school I saw the new Lincoln movie, and it was pretty accurate to what was going on in the Civil War. So I don't really see anything like going wrong.
I remember seeing this video a few months ago regarding the trailer, and they said it'll probably be like won't be totally accurate.
Yeah, I also think that like with the Spencer movie, it seemed like it was more dramatized. So I think it's going to take that route again because of this day and age.
I feel like somehow somebody's going to be in a library after this movie finally comes out, going through every Napoleon book just to see something, a little detail wrong, like the shade of color on Napoleon's fingernails was wrong. However, one question that I've been hearing about lately has to pertain to the men. I'm sorry, Cheyenne.
No problem.
I'm sorry. Do you guys think about the Roman Empire?
Honestly, like once a week.
Really?
That's it.
Really?
Barely.
I don't think about it. Some people say they think about it every day. Nah, I don't think about it every day.
I don't know about every day. I mean,
How often do you think about it?
oh my God, maybe once a week, like you said.
Once a week?
It's just it's a very fascinating period of time. It's just why every day? Do you think maybe because of certain? I don't want to get too political here.
Please.
Just the
get
way
too
the
political.
country's in, it reminds you of the Roman Empire.
Any country that reminds of the old.
Oh,
Oh,
Roman
like
Empire?
America
right now.
currently, like towards like the end of the Roman Empire. Some people make that comparison.
I haven't really thought of it that way, if I'm being honest.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I don't think about the Roman
Do you
Empire.
think-
So I don't really know.
Well, I'm gonna do a quick review of a movie. I watched Airplane. Airplane was a good movie. Is it called Airplane?
No way. The 1981?
What movie?
Is it 19?
What's that about?
It's
No
not,
way.
It's not a very appropriate movie to talk about on here, but
Then,
Alright,
then I
never
guess
mind
we're
then,
on the
never
same
mind.
page then. I saw
Yes,
that movie this
yes,
year. It
um,
was so funny.
listen, I'm a big history guy. Okay. I don't think Airplane was accurate.
I thought it was hilarious.
I don't think accurate. to
All right, well, just
how
tell
a-
me then.
how a-
Tell me after then.
How the system of flying goes. I don't know if it's pretty. Guys, you know we're running out of ideas when I'm talking about nonsense.
I have a question.
Yes,
I thought
What's
that
your
Airplane-
favorite historical movie?
that was a question I was going to ask, and I completely forgot. Thank you,
Okay, no
Cheyenne.
problem.
Oh my God. There's so many that I love. There's Darkest Hour, which is Gary Oldman as Winston Churchill. I did a review on All Quiet on the Western Front.
That's
It's
a
a great
good
movie.
movie. Did you read it?
I didn't read it.
Okay.
You know what's another one? Black Hawk Down by Ridley Scott.
That's a Ridley Scott movie?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
It
know
is.
that.
It's a great one
I
about the
didn't-
Battle of Mogadishu in
Yes,
Somalia.
yes.
Whoa.
It's a
Okay.
great
Dunkirk by Christopher Nolan.
Great
Yeah.
movie.
I actually read. They have a book for that.
Another
Really?
one. What's another one that's like accurate? Because I know I would say Saving Private Ryan. That's not accurate though. Besides the D-Day scene.
I think historical fiction.
Historical
is what you would-
fiction.
Yeah.
I definitely say Black Hawk Down.
Mhm.
It's probably my favorite one.
Yeah. How about you?
Historically accurate movie.
Just any history movie in general.
Yeah, definitely that Lincoln movie I watched 10 years ago. I forgot what it was called though.
I think it was called Lincoln by Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes, that was the one I watched. It was a very accurate movie about how Lincoln handled the Civil War and stuff. I think the 1865 incident was in there too. I think. I'm not
His
too sure.
assassination?
It's been 10 years. I forgot.
I think I just spoiled Lincoln, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spoil history. But that's going to do it for this movie / history / complete randomness that we got going on. Hopefully we'll bring you more history in the future. I love talking about history, but it kind of failed here. But stay tuned for more Triple Scoop and have a pleasant day.
Idiot.